Hello everyone. Here we are again. It's been like a year since I did my last vlog, and I've been thinking about it for a long time, like I should get it restarted again. A lot of my friends have been like, where are your vlogs? Like, we're not able to keep up with what you're doing, and like my life is pretty boring overall. Right now we're sunbathing outside because, as you can tell, my skin is really pale. It's like a medium brown right now. So I'm trying to get it to like a more hard brown. This is Lisa.
Hello.
You probably remember her from the last episode when we were cooking. Like, it was vegan, right? The thing we were making like a okra with
Lemongrass Thai basil tofu.
Lemongrass Thai basil tofu. So it's been like a couple months since we did that. Since then I've like kind of stopped cooking and I've been like eating out more, but I gained a lot of weight throughout the year, so now that it's summer and I have a little bit time to be more planned, that means I am going to eat more salads and lift more weights. So hopefully we'll see some progress on that end. My other plans for the summer are, I want to start and finish Game of Thrones. I haven't started it. Everyone's talking about it every single day, and they're like, oh, Game of Thrones, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I have no clue what you're talking about. I mean, it seems like a show where the cinematography and the just like the epic scale of the show would make it worth watching. I remember feeling really good about the cinematography of Downton Abbey when I was watching that. It was just so beautiful to watch. So I hope my guess is right about Game of Thrones. If not, then whatever. So that's one thing. I also started watching this telenovela called Ruby. It's a Mexican telenovela. It's about this girl who is like really, really poor, but she's also really, really guapa, or like good looking. And she like tries to use her looks to seduce people into giving her money and like being her friend in order to live the high life. While her sister and her mother like have to live the poor lifestyle, and she like doesn't share it with them. It's really dramatic. I'm like not explaining it well, but it's very relaxing and it's a little bit addicting, just like any soap opera. But I'm looking for some more things to watch, because I never really watch TV as much as my peers, because I just like don't have the attention span to sit down and like watch show after show. But like I'll watch while eating or something, and like I really prefer like the shorter 20-minute type shows. I started even watching like Frasier because it was like something that I found on Netflix, and it's like about this radio psychiatrist, and like I don't know, it's funny. It's like kind of like bad, but it's kind of good. Let's go check on Lisa. She's reading a magazine called Catster. It's like probably like Playboy, but the cat version.
That's pretty accurate. I'm reading an article about kitty quirks, why your cats do weird things like bring you dead animals and like, climb up windows, and what are really cute things the kitties do.
Why do they do those things?
Well, I don't know. I was interrupted while I was reading it.
Oh, sorry. Okay, well, yeah, cats are really interesting. I don't know if I would own one on my own, but the other day, me and a couple of friends went to this cat shelter called Paws, or it's like an adoption center rather, and you could go into these rooms and you could pet the little cats. Like half of them were sleeping though, so we weren't able to really get along with them, and then the rest of them were in cages and they looked so helpless, and they were just like putting their little paws through the bars, and it was so cute. I wanted to take one home, but then I was like, this is a responsibility. Like, I don't want it to tie me down at this stage in my life. But maybe later, maybe when I am more settled, I can get a kitten. But I don't know, I feel like I'm probably more of like a small animal person, like a lizard or something. Like maybe something more along those lines. Like I was looking at little baby veiled, what are they called? Baby veiled lizards, right? That's what they're called. I don't know. They're so cute, and they have those like little wrap-up tails. But dogs are cool too. They're more amiable, whatever it is. I don't know. Cats are just like really hit or miss. Like some of them are really mean, and some of them are nicer. But to say that is to like anthropomorphize them as well, because they have totally different necessities and needs and lives of their own. Speaking of animals, another thing that's been big in the news for the past few days is that gorilla, that in the, where was it even? The gorilla thing?
I don't know.
So basically this little child, he was like 4 years old, he fell into like a gorilla habitat in a zoo somewhere in America. I'm not sure which state. Yeah, I'm not sure. And then basically like it was right underneath the gorilla, and the gorilla didn't like really seem to be about to harm it, but they shot the gorilla dead, which may or may not have been justifiable. I mean, probably when it came to that stage that the kid was like right there, that was the only thing they could do.
There's tranquilizer guns.
She said there's tranquilizer guns, but the controversy with tranquilizer guns is like apparently they take 10 minutes to kick in. I don't really know how they work, but so it could cause the gorilla to be even more aggressive as opposed to like instantly tranquilizing it. So I guess that's why they had to do it. But like primates are all so sophisticated and similar to humans and very like highly developed, so it's sad to see them die.
Probably also a good plug for why they shouldn't be put in zoos in the first place.
Why they shouldn't be put in zoos in the first place. True. But then like also you have to think about, I don't know, some people are talking about how like obviously there was parental negligence, blah blah blah, like why did they let their little kid fall into the gorilla habitat? Like you have to be careful in zoos. But at the same time, the rhetoric, like the response to it is like kind of racialized, like because it was a black kid, and like this headline just came out about the father and his like criminal record or whatever. It's like, why is that even relevant to this kid falling into a gorilla pit? And obviously we have politicians who will not even say things like Black Lives Matter because their constituents are like closet racists. They won't stand for that. Everything is like so nuanced and horrible, but yeah. So I don't know. I guess my point is that really bleeds through every headline. Anyway, what are your plans for the rest of the day, Lisa?
So for the rest of the day, I'm going to bake for a while in this nice, beautiful sun.
What do you mean exactly by bake?
So
I'm not that good at American
being
slang.
a white person, so that means I lay in the sun and I try as hard as I can and put all my energy into getting skin cancer.
That's something. But I understand if that's the aesthetic you're going for. Anyway, I will probably stay in the sun for a little bit just to get some fresh air, and then maybe I'll go back inside to enjoy the air conditioning. But only time will tell. Oh my god, I've been talking for 9 minutes. This is a really long time. I really like don't have anything that interesting to say either, so you probably just skip to the end to see, or like skip through this video. That's like always a good thing to do for any video you watch. Like if you get bored, just like skip through it, scrub through it, and see if it gets any better, and if not, why waste your time, right? So do I have anything else I want to share with the whole world? Not really. We just finished our first year of medical school, so that's like the big accomplishment in our lives right now. So we're really excited about that, right, Lisa?
So excited. It doesn't really feel real yet. It's like we've been working so hard all year and then we're just done. And
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know what to
definitely
do with myself.
definitely very sudden. Like, we didn't have time to digest that it's over. But I mean, this is the last summer of our lives, so so that's kind of sentimental. I'm planning a Euro trip in July. So right now I'm trying to decide whether I want to like plan my own thing and go backpacking across Europe for like a week or 10 days or 2 weeks. But mainly I'm trying to see like what aspects of Europe I want to see the most and like what I want the feel of my trip to be. Whether I want it to be high, like fast-paced, like from tourist attraction to tourist attraction, or if I probably want like some time for relaxation too. And I mostly want to see like France, parts of like southern France and like Paris and Spain. I don't know if I like necessarily want to see. I've never been to Europe other than last summer. I went to London for half a day, and I mean that was pretty jam-packed, but it was, I think I like saw a good amount, like as much as I could in half a day. And there's vlog videos of that too, where I like go into Whole Foods and like I see like Trafalgar Square, some random things.
Can we stop for a second? You went to London and you went to Whole Foods.
Yeah, I went to Whole Foods in London. Did you not watch my vlog?
Oh, sorry, I just fast forwarded to the end. I just fast forwarded to the end.
That's reasonable. They were really short though. They were like a minute each. But yeah, I was like walking on the street and then a Whole Foods just appeared. So I had to go in because it's so cool to like see how globalization takes these familiar things and like exports them to different countries. Like, it's always interesting. I guess London's like pretty much the same. Actually, there were some interesting differences. Like, I saw a lot of the same brands, but totally different branding and like different like pictures and brand things on the packaging. But like in India, for example, like McDonald's, they'll have totally different menu selections, and like in Japan they'll have like black burgers in like McDonald's or no, that was Burger King. Like, just totally different things that are I guess more culturally adapted or just like randomly different. Yeah, so what was I gonna say? Yeah, so I have to figure out if I'm going to do that, or the other option is to go on one of those bus tours where they take you from city to city and they pay for the hotels, right? So then it's a little bit easier on my end. I don't have to do like any planning and I can just follow them. And that's also a possibility. And some of them are like college-aged people from like 18 to 28 or something. So that might be a little bit better because like no one wants to go with me because everyone's like doing research or I don't know, working, so whatever. I guess I'm just going alone. So I might want to do the backpacking thing, go to like hostels or whatever instead of expensive hotels, or I might do the group thing, which would be less flexibility, but I would see like a lot more and a lot faster. So lots of decisions to make in this next week, and yeah, any closing remarks?
Will you marry me?
Well, it's good to end on a cliffhanger, so have a nice weekend.